To solve a system of equations using substitution, we first solve one of the equations for one of the variables. 2. Substitute the result into the other equation. 3. Solve the resulting equation for the variable that remains. 4. Use the new known value to find the value of the other variable. And 5. Check the answer back in the original system. Let's solve this system using substitution. We have options. We need to isolate one of the variables in one of the equations. You have options. It doesn't matter which variable we isolate, and it doesn't matter which equation we use to isolate that variable. But we want to work smart. We want to do whatever looks easiest. Isolating this x will require multiple steps because we have to move the y, then we have to multiply by 2. Isolating this y might be easy because all we have to do is subtract the 1/2 x over. Or we could isolate this x simply by adding 2y to both sides. Isolating this y would be a little more cumbersome because we have to subtract the x and then divide by -2. Again, you have 4 ways to start this. It doesn't really matter, but try to work smart. I'm going to isolate the y that is in the first equation. So we need to subtract 1/2 x over. We get y equals negative 1/2 x minus 2. And we're going to plug that expression in for y in the other equation. So we're going to copy the other equation, but when we see the y, we're going to replace the y with the value for y that we found earlier. Negative 1/2 x minus 2. And this is equal to 8. Notice we now have an equation in one variable, so we can solve for x now. Distribute that -2. We have x plus 4 equals 8. 2x plus 4 equals 8. Subtract 4 on both sides. 2x equals 4, and then divide by 2, we get that x equals 2. Once we have x, we need to then figure out what y is. Notice earlier, we have this equation for y. We have y equals negative 1/2 x minus 2. We can then plug in our known value for x. Y equals negative 1/2, replace x with 2, then minus 2. Y is equal to negative 1 minus 2. Y is equal to negative 3. So the solution to the system is the coordinate 2, negative 3. Whenever you write your answer as a coordinate, make sure you plug the numbers in to the correct place. X goes first, y goes second.